Yeah, one of our most interesting FB friends, who's a very educated, who's a very respectable. I admire this person very much because her aura and her professionalism. She made a post. The post goes like, it was in reference to the whole dancehall thing, and she was talking about how or when did thieving become fashionable. And I wanted to say something, I wanted to write something on the post because, knowing the angle where she coming from and everything. But I didn't want to offend her, or I didn't want her to feel like I'm against her because, as I had said before, I admire this person very much. She's a professional and, I like her. But the angle where she's coming from, I'm in total disagreement with it. And I didn't want to express that for her to feel like as if I'm against her or anything. Because how Jamaica is right now. When you're not in agreement with people, it's almost as if you are against them. And that is not the case in this. Because as I said before, I admire this person very much. The thing she was talking about was when did thieving become fashionable? And she referring to some dancehall lyrics and things like that. But I want to say this. You understand me? You see, where we want to attack the problems in Jamaica is the end result. Is the least important effect we can have on the overall problems that we have. Meaning, say, we gonna lock up every youth we catch with a gun. For example, and the way things are, we're facilitating thousands of guns to come into the country. For example, some last year, the security minister had said there was 200 guns coming into Jamaica every month. The security minister. And we have not targeted those people who are doing that. What we are doing is the end result. We're targeting the corner boys who the gun end up in the man. Some of them who have never left their communities. You understand me? But I just want to say, in reference to what this beautiful lady posted on her page. She said again, when the thieving becomes fashionable. Let me say this. PJ was a thief. Siago was a thief. And people praise them. And that is the what you call it now, the whole situation in Jamaica. We look for the least important people to give all the blame all the problem in Jamaica upon the little small man. And it can't work like that. You see what day when them bring the Zozo in a Dedham town? How can it work? It has to fail, You know what it has to fail? They have not consulted the elephant in the room, the dance. The Prime Minister, the Security Minister, all these people who come together to implement this Zozo thing in a Dedham town. Don't forget one thing. You don't adjust the dance. You don't go to the dance. You don't ask them for help. You don't act as if them don't exist. And that is wrong because we know there are many dances in West Kingston. So all the Zozo gonna work without the consultation of the dance. The dance has the most power in the traditional inner city communities. The traditional inner city community meaning Waterhouse, St. Andrew South, West Kingston, East Kingston and Central Kingston. Those are the traditional ghettos in Jamaica. And the dance in these communities carry the most power. Yet we gonna implement some security aspect and ignore the relationship with the dancers with the people. It cannot work, it's bound to fail. You understand me? It's bound to fail. Recently the Prime Minister come and him say there's 7% unemployment rate. And in putting a paper him say it on several platforms. I follow the Prime Minister, so I see this. The next week or 2 weeks later him come back and him say, well, the youth them don't want to work. So how did the unemployment rate reach to 7%? You see these terms that we're using for govern the society, some of them are redundant, them outdated. Because when this phrase was kind, like unemployment rate, every man wanted a work. And every man was looking for a work. Now, the Prime Minister may not be wrong or right for saying that the unemployment rate is 7%. Because 10 men there so, and 5 don't want to work, and 4 out of 5 are work. The unemployment rate is 1 out of 5. Because the rate don't go for people who don't want to work. So the rate may be low, but that is not enough. What the lettered people say about this? Because these terms are misleading. So when I tell you say the unemployment rate is the lowest it has ever been It is not true and it is not lie. But what the lettered people them for debunk this and say, Mr. Prime Minister, remember say, you know, you have a lot of men that sell drugs. Remember say you have a lot of people that scamming. Remember say you have a lot of women that sell them body and them don't involve in the employment rate because they don't want any work. What the lettered people and the bright people them, what them collectively standing up for in a Jamaica? Nothing at all. So we gonna just blame the youths them who just inherit the experience, the bad experience, and make it be for them life. And we gonna lock up all of them and prison all of them. We're spending billions of dollars on JSF and part, and the society is deteriorating. You can't see that? You blind? Mike and can't come up with the solution for Jamaica. All the shark can't come up with the solution for Jamaica. Them people that must go on now. The people in the Jamaica Labour Party, what are you doing? When you're waiting on them for dead, then you fight over them seat. Is this progress? Is this progress? How do you want to see the face of Jamaica? You need to stand up for Jamaican people. In 2012-2013, Peter Phillips did something that was, he bring this austere measure where he frees police and soldier and teacher pay. He had no recognition for that because it was a critical time coming out of the 2008 financial crisis in America, which affected us tremendously. I'm not saying that he should want to use that for say, well, he will be Prime Minister, but he had no recognition. When Bruce Golding win the election in 2007, I wrote to him as a young man over 20 times recommending that him implement or change the constitution or even table it in the parliament for we have an opposition minister. What would a minister in the opposition do for Jamaica? It lighten the whole tension between, it lighten the whole adversarial aspect of what happening in Jamaica, because we're very adversarial. We can't even talk to people. I am here talking about this now because I'm afraid to disagree with a person because I don't want she to think that I'm against her. And I love this person very much. I don't know her personally, but I really like her. I like her aura, I like her professionalism. You understand? And this is the case in Jamaica. You don't want to disagree with people. We're collectively the bright people that do in Jamaica. We never create reggae music, we never create dancehall music. We're collectively do. We want to do align ourselves with Usain Bolt and Shelly and Fraser Price and say, yeah, me a Jamaican and we win gold and where. No. Let me say it again, the Zozo and West Kingston bound for fail because the leaders, the powers that be, have not acknowledged the elephant in the room, which is the dance. And the dancer in West Kingston long before Siago. My great grandmother, she named Elisha Thompson. She tell me, so when Buster Manti come to West Kingston, she and her friend them are all the people in West Kingston. Laugh off him. I say, some of them are the first them I see some white man. I come and talk to them. Them laugh off him. They never want him. But William Grant, who is a questionable Gaviite, said, well, him and my boss, so that's how she started supporting Buster Manti. Not because I'm own doing. So Buster Manti was very privileged in our West Kingston. Since Buster Manti, we have had 2 more prime ministers in our West Kingston. Edward Siago, who steward through West Kingston throughout the gun proliferation, and then Bruce Golding. Let me tell you what West Kingston people do for Bruce Golding. Them vote for him and they make him and his wife get millions of dollars each year till them dead. What have Bruce Golding do for West Kingston people? Since his departure, over 1,000 people dead in West Kingston. You never come one day and come keep a meeting with the youth them and talk to them. Bruce Golding, you make me love politics. And I see you gonna Michael Malley make me. A Bruce Golding, the driver, you make me love politics. But me hate what you do now. You have not looked back in West Kingston and we gave you that mandate that you so desperately seek. We did that for you. The poor, nasty, dirty people in West Kingston did that for you. We're not standing up for anything. What do you them stand up for? Look on Maxfield Avenue. Up at the top of Maxfield Avenue. You have mega church, you have ministries, you have courthouses, you have all type of things. Look down at the bottom. Our road just 2 miles wide. It's a graphic description of Jamaica. It's a graphic show you how a 2 different set of society operate in Jamaica. Maxfield top and Maxfield bottom and show you that. What we are stand up for in Jamaica, we can't always blame the youth. Every year we graduate 40 to 45,000 picnic out of high school. And half of them can't read or write. Only like 30% of them adequately matriculating to higher education and further studies. You understand what I say? We're spending billions of dollars on remedial education, almost as much as we're spending in the education system. Why haven't we changed anything? We don't change nothing. We just operate like we need to change something. We need to put on music. We need compulsory music lesson in at least the schools in West Kingston or in the school where the most violence is. And me personally think that would help with the education journey of Jamaican youths right now. You understand me? The companies in Jamaica is a catalyst to as well, especially the manufacturing companies. Is a catalyst for the high violence in Jamaica. We're not paying the fucking people them. When you come up with this contract clause where you have some people that work for 10, 15, 20 years. And if they want a 2-week leave, them can get the leave, but them not going to get any pay. That makes sense. So the youth them don't attracted to work. Because them mother work and can't buy them a shoes. Yeah, them mother and them father work and can't give them anything. Only 20% of Jamaica household can adequately suffice to them children. And that's not where the majority of children are being born. The majority of children are being born in a Waterhouse, in a East Kingston, in a Central Kingston, in a St. Andrew South, West Kingston. They're not being born in Cherry Garden and Douglas Rafted, we call it Iron Shore. We need to solve for the experience of our youth. We need to instill softer skills in our youth them. Me personally, in retrospect as a youth, was one of my biggest downfall. I knew no soft skills. I was a rough, tough idiot from West Kingston. And in retrospect, my sister, me sorry, me fool. Me never bad, me never smart, me did fool. You understand what I say? We need to change something, we need to change the experience of you. There's a historic place in Denham Town named Chakamolan. More historic than Culture Yard up at Trenchtown, more historic than Eloise Park, more historic than Randy Williams Entertainment Center. Let me tell you why. Miss Lou tell me this. Miss Lou tell me this. Me and 4 more youth in West Kingston. In 1995 when Jimmy Cliff come up Denham Town. Miss Lou tell me this. Said Chakamolan in Denham Town is the first place she go as the people have no regard for proper English and all of them things. And that place made she feel like she had to do something. And it was the first place she saw Marcus Garvey. Before him put her up on a stage in a West Kingston again, in a Eloise Park, in a Tarrington Park. You understand me? The dance and partition go hand in hand. So no solution can't come up. We exclude the dance. We can't pretend like them in the Waterhouse. We can't pretend like them in the East Kingston. You understand me? We need to change the whole experience of youth. Take any youth out of Central Kingston or out of South Side. You bring him on the North Coast and one of them beach side. They give him a nice plate of food and a nice cup of drinks. And I can tell you, it's a different set of youth you see. Him lose him status of being a crocodile. Me I tell you. Politicians are no wicked to the Jamaican people. I may talk successive administration. A youth like me, I am a labourite. I'm not afraid to say that. Because I grew up in Denham Town, Tivoli Garden. You understand what I say? But I can't look as if say everything right or no, it's wrong. Mike and you for go on now, Alisha for go on now. Where the bright people them in the party for come up, for forcing it out. It don't exist because these old men have all the power in Jamaica. You understand? You really expect Mr. Andrew Wallace, you really expect Mr. Arias Chang to also be successful in a Denham Town without not consulting the dance? That's an illusion, brother. That's an illusion. What a wicked to you people, brother. A chief prime minister will send Gag Yardnos, West Kingston people. And West Kingston right now is in a worse state than when we grew up. When we grew up, every corner in the Tivoli Garden paint up and flowers up. Every corner in the Denham Town, and there was violence then. Right now, I'm ashamed to drive past out the front of Tivoli Courts. And I look and see how the place stay. We need to do something. The people need to come together. The politicians need to acknowledge the dance and ask them for help, to stem this violence. Because the people can't do it. Because who can't protect the people from the damn them. Who can't protect the people from them. Una go do something and act as if they don't exist. So just blame the little gun boy them on the corner. While it... You know, star. Politics in Jamaica is being practiced in a negative way. I can't understand how come Portia Simpson Miller never protect Damian Crawford in East Rural St. Andrew. I can't understand it when he was a young, bright and most vocal supporter of her. So when I pretend say, I never did done them should be out. I never did done them, never want him. He never lose at the general election, you know. He never lose at the general election. And he's been in a tailspin since. And that constituency is not considered traditional constituency. The people has no power. As much as they don't want to see them have a vote, them not have no power. Let me show you why them not have no power. Portia Simpson rule our constituency for 41 years. Or 40 years, whichever. And when she left, when the bright and the people in the world where she did get education through fair stewardship, for come run the constituency. She gone out of east. So the people in the Painland and Macallan, can they say they don't want Angela Brown Burke? Them can't say that. Them can't have a dream for say that. Them have to just work with it. If them say that, them have to say that to them look out. Brother, we need to emphasize for education from preschool, especially for boys them. We're spending billions of dollars teaching 17-year-old and 18-year-old for read, which is foolishness. Because if you're not reading by 8 and 9, the chances are you must be extremely lucky and you're going to be extremely hardworking and efficient. To buy when you are 25, you go in a university. You see, when half of the youth them illiterate, brother, when half of the youth them illiterate, which is why it can be fashionable for man to say, them are thief, and people laugh and support it, because half of it done in the country. We can't even have a conversation. The purpose of me doing this video is because I never really want to disagree with somebody who may admire page. Because I don't want them feel me against them. You understand? So when half of the youth them done in our country, what do you think is going to happen? Them not attracted to work. What day they don't send me a report. One day, $3 billion worth of coke. The next couple of weeks, $4 billion worth of coke. Which company in Jamaica can absorb them the losses there? None. So, as it said, there's not billions of dollars in the underworld, which the youth them will come up is attracted to, because it in a work. It don't in a work. People working minimum wage work for 25 years. And them crying every day, them can't get a place. And the only reason why them can't get that place is them salary. Even though them hard working. And this is the state of the majority of Jamaican families. Majority of the people who have in picnic. This is them reality. I know I've been talking too long. You see, the youth them, we need to have a youth conference. We need youth conference at least twice a year. You see, the Ministry of Youth, with all due respect to you, Miss Favourable Williams, you have this kind of sappy sensual thing about it, which I love really, really much. But you're not a Minister of Youth. You're a middle-aged woman. The Minister of Youth should not be a political office. You're disconnected from youth. You're disconnected from youthful realities. You're disconnected from youthful challenges. You can't be the face of the Jamaican youth. I'm appealing to you, Mr. Prime Minister. You have the opportunity right now to change Jamaica. Don't make we deteriorate anymore. The Ministry of Youth is not a political office. It should be an office for any youth who bright enough. Any youth who bright enough. Or any youth who have the confidence to come forward and put himself for that post. And it should be a limited term, fully supported by the Jamaican government. We're wasting time with Favourable Williams. She don't understand the challenges Jamaican youth going through. The people who working in Jamaica can't cook liver and rice at night time and pay a bus here go to work. Only a small percentage can do that. People who are work right now, they can't even eat at daytime. They can't even eat lunch. That is a reality in Jamaica. So the youth are attracted to the other alternative kind of lifestyle, the crime and the violence and whatever. Because you don't have to worry about that. When you is a youth and you in the corner one prominent dan, you gonna have money, you gonna have the pretty carriage, you gonna have the house available to you in Upper St. Andrew. That is the reality. We need to stop blame the youths, because when 10% or 15% of your youth failing, blame them parents. But when a half is a collective problem that. Me appealing to you, Mr. Wallace, look into this when me I tell you. Make at least one ministry be in the hands of the opposition. So what we're doing, we're sharing the responsibility. Make them refuse. And you see the youth ministry, it cannot be a political office. We're turning away all the bright people and we're exporting them. Them not coming back here. We have one of the worst brain drain situations in Jamaica. We have one of the most worst security situations in Jamaica. As much as we don't want to admit it. So we illusional. We're lying to ourselves, brother. I've wrote 3 prime ministers suggesting this idea from 2007 between Bruce Golding, Portia Simpson and Andrew Holness. Over 50 letters. I have not had one reply. No, we are favoring of the Minister of Youth. This is crazy. The Jamaican youth is in crisis. We cannot have them on the back burner or something. Them need to be priority. The youths need to come up with the ideas to change Jamaica. And the men with the power need to implement these ideas. Mike and the Adisha, we can't come up with the idea. We need to go on our left politics. We don't have no contribution to make again. So what, because me come from Denhampton, me never say this? Eh? So when me I going to lie to myself and live in a slavery for the rest of my life? We can't pretend to the damn them not there and them not. It's like when you put in Zozo in why it stop? It stop the sporadic shooting, but guess what? The youth, they're more clinical in killing. They're more precise in killing and shooting. And the danger of that is we have grew up a generation of youth and a soldier and police occupation. Effectively making them more dangerous criminals whether you want to admit it or not. Oh God. Jamaican youths are not pussy. We don't stand up for nothing. All you know do a kill off for no one another. What do you stand up for? What do you fight for? Most men who fight don't know what them fight for. Most people who are dead don't even know what them dead for. The tourism potential of West Kingston is monumental. It is untapped billions. All we need is a little peace and a little more conversation in West Kingston. We turn out tens and 20,000s of tourists. We do it already, we can do it again. You understand me? You want to stop play politics with the people, them, brother. Stop play politics with the Jamaican people, them. Politicians are no wicked, are no greedy, are no deliberate many people, them dunce. So I want to give them 5,000 and them feel like we want to do something for them. We don't use the farmland for housing. Where the food are come from? We are going to import it, so we are going to always, with society always volatile. And a volatile society turns away investment. And that will tell you at school, brother. So whatever we do, I make the place more adversarial and volatile. Yet we now look investment. You know, star. Bruce Golding, you need for go to West Kingston and you need for go do something for the youth them. We need a 10 or 20 year program. I look at one half thing where you come look at one thing and you come look at your gun, brother. We did something for you. We did something for Siaga. We did something for Bustamante. When the people of Jamaica also going to do something for people in West Kingston. We don't know about dancing in West Kingston, brother. If you change West Kingston, you can change the whole Jamaica. Which community get better from 1980? Which community in Jamaica have less gun and less violence? And a successive government. Brother, the collective people in Jamaica are not standing up for anything. What is it that UNO most proud of? The educated class in Jamaica. What is it that UNO is most proud of? Absolutely nothing. UNO never do nothing for Jamaica. Yes, a man do good for himself and that is all over in Jamaica. But nation no build so. People have come together and have an idea and whole we collectively. We sell the idea to one another and then we work towards it. You're on a chipping, brother. On a chipping here, man. You can't do better, brother. Andrew Wallace, it's up to you. It is up to you. Because me not think after you, Jamaica gonna be the same. Because the people are all but giving up. Deny it all in the war, but me in the street every day. I walk fast up to people and I see them want to run and them scared, people afraid. That don't want me in St. Martin or in Barbados. Yo, fuck you now, brother. You need to change up the thing, brother. You need to do something for your people them now, brother.